Some of you may have noticed that modern social media influencers are becoming extremely wealthy. Around 10 years ago, the most popular YouTubers on the platform were mostly filming out of their small apartments, doing average skits, and living lives that were very similar to yours. In today's world, some influencers have the same reach, notoriety, and earnings as professional athletes, singers, and movie stars. As the wealth of this new breed of celebrity has grown, they have been able to broadcast even more elaborate content. However, the entire ecosystem is predicated on a marketing gold rush. Houses like this are the result of a unique and delicate combination of circumstances, and the easy money situation is coming to an end faster than these people might expect. So, it's time to learn how money works to figure out how and what an influencer means. Welcome to the Financial Flow. Please like and subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to stay up on our latest videos. Companies had a problem in the late 2000s. It was becoming more difficult to categorize the key demographic for consumer goods. People aged 18 to 35 into neat little marketing buckets. If you can't pin down the specific preferences of a group, they are very hard to market towards. Some might argue that 18 to 35-year-olds don't have much money anyway, so what's the big deal? The issue is that, while this generation may have less income and wealth than previous generations, they spend more of what they have and do so more obsessively. They do this because, for the first time in their lives, they are not yet burdened with the financial responsibilities of raising a family and are earning their own money. So, accessing this demographic was hard, but potentially very lucrative. Fortunately, for the marketers around the world, a new group of pseudo-celebrity was being formed in microblogs and the early video sharing sites of the internet. These people were ideal for brands looking to break into this competitive consumer market. The marketer's job was made easy because their customer base was already segmented by interest. Work with young mommy bloggers to appeal to young mothers. If you want to sell tools, give a video mechanic a set for free to use on their new fancy video. When companies like YouTube introduced advertising features, it made things even easier. Marketers were able to completely avoid having a direct relationship with a creator. Instead, they can use AdSense and other similar services to show their ads based on a variety of parameters. A large company could reach out to 100 million viewers for less than $100,000 using internet influencer marketing. A similar amount of exposure on commercial television would almost certainly cost millions of dollars. Smaller businesses may be able to participate as well, because the internet was no longer limited to a few large television or radio stations. A small business could collaborate with a small influencer to promote their product on a shoestring budget. But all these other advantages paled in comparison to the most compelling feature of any influencer marketing, which is that people trusted influencers. If a parent is reading a blog about how to get their children to stop whining, they're already looking for their wisdom about how to take good care of a baby. If a blogger recommends a particular formula or stroller, it will have a significant advantage over the competition because it is coming from someone the parents trust. The same level of trust is extended to all influencers in any other niche. Twitter users trusted their favorite online influencers nearly as much as their close personal friends. According to a 2016 study, one can only imagine that the level of trust would be higher on a platform that isn't a collection of people's brain farts. On the surface, influencer marketing appears to be a dream come true for businesses. It can be customized to target specific audiences. It is inexpensive and it is effective. So, what's the deal with this influencer thing? The first problem is that it's not that cheap anymore. As more businesses rush in to capitalize on the promises that influencer marketing offered, the more competition there was for influencers at all levels. Some YouTubers now charge more than $500,000 for a single ad placement. For a similar number of views, this is still slightly less expensive than commercial television, but not by much. Influencer marketing was initially dominated by small agile businesses willing to take a chance on the novel form of advertising. Large corporations and businesses with unlimited capital now dominate the market because their investors are primarily concerned with seeing business growth. Some businesses with sufficient investment backing don't mind spending more on advertising than they gain in revenue. Consider the brands that support your favorite online influencer. Most of them are startup companies with a lot of money backing them up. They spend up so much money because this marketing strategy has the potential to launch massive businesses almost overnight. But it can also be extremely risky. Let me tell you firsthand that the appetite for direct-to-consumer business is waning. If these companies don't raise enough money, they won't be able to pay millions of dollars to internet influencers every month. For the time being, it's difficult to say whether or when this will happen, but with the rising interest rates and a slew of high-profile business failures weighing on investors' minds, easy money may not be as readily available for the businesses that have been propping up the influencer space. Influencer marketing is a minor expense compared to the larger issue that these online celebrities are currently facing. People no longer trust them, which should have been obvious from the start, but many influencers are unconcerned or unaware of what they're promoting. Businesses will receive their recommendation if they can pay their fee. Finding businesses that I feel comfortable promoting is the most difficult part of working with sponsors. So one can only imagine how much money these shady operations are racking in from people with millions of impressionable young viewers. Countless scandals have engulfed influencers who have been taught advertising to children, promoting failed music festivals, and repeatedly pumping and dumping crypto projects. Young people are not stupid, and they can spot influencers who are just saying things to make money rather than believing what they are promoting. Influencers who target young children can prey on their audience naivety for a little longer, but these audiences will need the parent to do their shopping and will be more difficult to deceive. In a beautiful ironic twist, the wealth that top influencers have amassed over the course of their careers is eroding the trust that they once had with their audience. When a top influencer discussed a product in their basic apartment 10 years ago, it felt like they were speaking with a peer or even a friend. Now, as a random YouTuber dances around his mansion discussing controversial issues, he appears to be a celebrity sponsor. People like this struggle to genuinely recommend products because they are so wealthy and famous that they no longer need them. Some of the more technical influencers will go out of their way to portray a normal lifestyle, whether it's because they don't care for ostentatious displays of material wealth or because they know it helps them connect with their audience. During this time, the distinction between an online friend and an online celebrity became even clearer. Lockdown started early. The public's interest in influencer marketing dropped dramatically after some shows featured distasteful messaging about being in this together. Consumers and businesses alike are beginning to lose faith in influencers. When a company hires an influencer to be their product spokesperson, they become inextricably linked to that person's reputation. Working with fun-loving young influencers can be a good thing if a brand wants to position itself as a fun-loving product for young people. But it can also go horribly wrong. Aligning with online influencers is far riskier than aligning with traditional celebrities. Traditional celebrities only appear in carefully curated settings where their managers can ensure that they don't say anything inappropriate, and even if they do, it will almost certainly be cut out before being released to the general public. Influencers, on the other hand, make a living by broadcasting their entire lives, good, bad, and ugly, on the internet. Businesses also take a significant risk with influencers. If an influencer accepts sponsorship from a brand that turns out to be fraudulent, questions about the legitimacy of all other businesses they promote will be raised. So, where do our multimillionaire influencers kings go from here? Well, if the gold rush ends, they will almost likely make a lot less money, which is probably a good thing. The days of splurging on online celebrities and hoping for the best may be over. However, this does not mean that the practice will completely disappear. Rather, it is hoped that online marketing will evolve into something more than a less expensive alternative to traditional celebrity endorsements on traditional media platforms. There's nothing wrong with relatable people earning money by giving advice they believe in about products they understand, and the data will soon show that this is what made internet marketing so successful in the first place. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Have a good one.